y'all, welcome back to the channel, my little ravens. Today I'm bringing you the Decades Legacy Challenge. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining us. I'm Misty. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join the Raven family. If you hit the bell, it will notify you when my videos go live. Anywho, let's go ahead and get to it. So as you can see, we are here at the O'Hara & Sons Co. and they have opened for business. So it is their grand opening. The night before, Cora came in and she went ahead and she got all of the decorating done. So she made everything look homey and welcoming, and she put everything out. She put for sale signs on everything and got everything all set up so that Frederick didn't have to worry about anything. So out in the front area there where the little market tables are with the little tents over the top of them, there are vegetables and things like that for sale. And then on the inside there is some honey and beeswax. There's the cross stitching that all of the girls did, all of the furniture that Frederick has made. There are some paintings hanging on the walls that he painted that we're selling. Upstairs there is more furniture and all of the baby items and some cat things that he made, like the cat towers and things of that nature. So all of that being said, today is a day where they have decided that they are going to spend the day trying to make as much money as they can, because we want to make sure that we can make a payment on our loan that we took out from the bank. So they spent like 2 whole days building and cross-stitching and doing all of these sorts of things, gathering up all the things that they needed to do, and now they're doing this one massive grand opening sale. So that's what they're doing today. Now, unfortunately, Cora is a little bit slow going, and the reasoning behind that is she is in her 3rd trimester. So she's going to be having a baby today. Or maybe not today. I think she's in her 2nd trimester actually, and she'll be having the baby tomorrow. So either way, she is heavily pregnant, and therefore obviously is going to want to, you know, kind of take it a little bit easy, because, you know, it is really difficult to carry a child. And, you know, it's already hard enough when you're pregnant, but, you know, climbing up and down those stairs and dealing with other people and things of that nature. I'm not actually going to stay in this shop all day long with them and show you every little interaction that they do, because it's redundant. But they do make quite a bit of good sales, and so we are going to just fast forward through, and I'm going to show you what their final sales were, because I don't want this episode to drag on too long. And I do want us to get to the good part, which is when we get back to the house, they have the good news of finding out that in this episode is when they do find out that Matilda is getting married, which you already know of, because I went ahead and did that episode previous to this one. So while they're here at the store, she actually got married. And so they're working and she gets married. They come home to find out that she has gotten married. So they find out she's gotten married, and then shortly thereafter, you know, we will be expecting the baby, because Cora is in her, like I said, either the later part of the 2nd trimester, or she's already in the 3rd trimester. This is a pre-recording, and so I am doing a voiceover. So let's go ahead and fast forward through, like I said, so I can let you know what our expenses or what our income was for the day here. I think all in all, they only lost 1 customer all day between the 2 of them. The kids weren't able to really help as far as with the ringing up, but the kids were very helpful in communicating with some of the clients. Like they, you know, chatted with them, and that kept them occupied long enough for Frederick and Cora to go over and make the sale. So actually, with all four of them working together and manning the masses, it actually worked out really, really well. And all in all, they only lost one customer because they weren't able to get to them in time. And they sold out of mostly everything that was for sale, with exception to the beeswax and the honey. Everything else was pretty much sold. They didn't sell the cat tower, and they didn't sell a couple of paintings, but other than that, everything else sold. So at the end of the day, once we find out what our profit is, I do clear everything out, and we go home, and I decide to just go ahead and we're gonna remake everything. I think it is cheaper for us to just make new things as opposed to going over to the sign and copying everything. Okay, and our final profit for the day was 5,114 simoleons. So they did absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and get them home. So now that we're back to the house, as you can see, she's very large. I am fairly certain she is in her 3rd trimester. And yeah, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'll just go ahead and let her go ahead and get into bed, and I will catch up with you guys in the morning. Okay, so Frederick is the first one up this morning. And it looks like he's just going downstairs to go ahead and sell our chickens. So I know we've been saying we need to sell these chickens for quite some time, and everything keeps happening and no one's been selling them. And so guess what? Now is the time. We finally have a moment's peace where he can actually get out here and handle that. So he is going to go ahead and sell the black hens. So it is first thing in the morning. Cora and Rose and Liam are still in bed asleep. So he's just going to go ahead and sell black hens. We still have a little chick there. And so we'll just have the one little chick left. And then he is going to go ahead and go on inside and get himself something to eat, because as you can see, he is feeling a bit peckish this morning himself. And so we'll just have him go have himself a little bit of breakfast, because, you know, he's hungry himself. So, oh no, he's not. He's gonna work instead. He's like, that's fine. I can go ahead and tend to these chores really quick, and then I'll go eat. I'm not so famished that I have to go right this second. Misty's a slave driver. Although I think he did want to go eat that honey cake from when the girls had their birthday party. But, oh Lord, I'm not even going to let him eat it all. I'm just going to work him to death. Poor fella. I probably didn't even notice he was hungry, to be honest. I just, you know, make him work. I'm just like, okay, well, now that we made all that money, and here we are sitting at with 11K, we have to now make more things to sell, because we need to now restock the store because it's empty. But he also has to eat, because, you know, at some point I have to let him do that. And eventually I'm sure I will. So Mama here is hungry, so actually what I'll do is she's gonna cook breakfast. So look at her, she wants cake too. Why is it that everybody wants cake? She's gonna clean out the nasty food in the fridge, and then she has actually a doctor's appointment that she needs to head to. He wants a cake too. You just can't have cake around Sims. You just can't. Honey cake or otherwise, they are cake fanatics. So she needs to get to the doctor because, you know, she's in her last trimester, and so she does need to have that last doctor's appointment. So we'll go ahead and send her over to the doctor, but everyone does need to get themselves something to eat. I really do want her to cook some breakfast, but that's okay. And it is, you know, if I didn't mention, it is 1909. She's like, okay, dear, I just wanted to let you know that I just cleaned out the spoiled food. I'm just going to go in here and wash my hands up, but I do have a doctor's appointment. And he's like, okay, love, that's fine. She's like, when I come back, I'll cook some breakfast for the family. And he's like, okay, that sounds great. I'm just going to do a little bit of work before, you know, while you're gone. She's like, all right, well, I love you. He's like, I love you too. Be careful while you're out there. All right, so right away, Rose has decided she's going to go ahead and do some cross-stitching. So the kids are actually out of school for the summer. So they are on summer holiday. So they actually aren't going to school right now, which is why, if you notice, every time you turn around, Liam is getting into trouble. So he's constantly pouring paint on things, or flour and chocolate syrup, or whatever that is that they're sprinkling on stuff. That's why. The child's bored. 99.9% of the time, the child is completely and utterly bored, which is why I'm constantly making him practice the piano, because he's constantly bored, and it's because they are out of school for the entire summer. So as a matter of fact, that's what he's doing right now. He went straight over to the piano and started practicing all by himself because he gets bored. He has nothing to do. He has nothing to do. The child doesn't help with the chores, really, and so whatever. I don't know. It asked if we wanted to know the gender of the baby. I said no. I figure back in this time frame, they wouldn't have had a way to tell the gender of the baby because ultrasounds, I seriously doubted, were a thing, so we're going to be surprised. And honestly, if it would have told me, if I said yes and it said, it's a girl, I probably would cry. So I just said no, we'll be surprised. That way if I have to cry, we'll cry together. And you guys can witness me crying. Because honestly, how many girls did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls and a boy. Oh, if we have more girls, we desperately need more boys in this family. I love that Rose just decided to go over there and work on cross-stitching all by herself, and that's amazing because we'll be able to sell that and like at the store, and so that's great news. So mom and baby are healthy. She's just taken her vitamins, and then she's gonna come on home and she's gonna grab herself a bite to eat. She wants cake. I think you should serve breakfast for the whole family. There you go. Make some breakfast scramble. That sounds like a good plan. And then everyone can eat together if they haven't eaten yet. Okay, she actually went out in her pajamas. It's not very professional, but you know, she's huge, so what do you do?
Haniosa.
Okay, and she just scarfed that food down like it was going out of style. Like, I ain't never seen nobody eat food in the Sims 4 that fast. Like, she wasn't playing around. She was starving. And she's dreaming of cake. She's like, I should have had honey cake. I mean, that breakfast scramble was delicious, but I should have had cake. Just clean your mess up. And she's like, I can't even. I need to go to the bathroom immediately. All right. Ain't nobody stopping you. So I'm just going to have her go ahead and tend to the chores. Frederick is still doing his chores. He ain't even stopped to eat. So, I mean, Frederick, I think you at some point really do need to eat something. I know that I'm working you to death, but I do want you to eat. Sir, if you don't mind. And she made a lovely breakfast for you. And the children in the background there, they're throwing paint in the floor. That's what I'm talking about. Summer holidays is for the birds. She is absolutely adorable pregnant, though. I gotta say, I ain't seen her pregnant in so long. She's just collecting all the laundry from the house. There's only about 15 laundry baskets in this house because there used to be so many people in the house. And now with there just 4 of them, there's just not quite so many baskets, but she still has to collect all the clothes in the different baskets. And then we'll have her go get the mail because there should be some stuff from us selling or trading those chickens. I'm just going to cancel out some of the stuff that I got Frederick doing so that he can go ahead and go eat. Because I'm actually starting to worry about the fact that he hasn't eaten anything. And I'm going to see if I can get Liam here to come out and water these plants. And at least make me feel like he helps a little bit. He can literally only water. That's all he can do. Is water. But a little bit of help is better than no help at all. And everybody's still in their pajamas, so I'm also going to get everyone changed into their warm weather outfits. He can't stand his sister playing the violin. He hates violin music, Liam does, with a passion. Like, he can't stand it. And she loves the violin. So she loves playing it. She's not the best, but she loves it. And he absolutely can't stand it. It makes him in a really, really bad mood. But I don't know. Alright, Cora, I think those clothes are clean, love. Look at him. That's what I'm talking about. You clean that up. You little shit. I'm telling you right now, this boredom is just too much for me. That mop does not look very time period appropriate, does it? I should look into a mod that maybe looks a little more time period appropriate. Oh, you know, the violin's kind of making my eye twitch myself, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and get you in your day clothes too, love. Everyone needs to get out of their pajamas. Frederick, you as well. Alright, so she's not actually in her 3rd trimester. She'll be in her 3rd trimester in 6 hours. So we're almost there. We're almost at that home stretch. But I do think this is about the time that we find out that Matilda has gotten married. As we get a phone call that she's gotten married. Yeah, so there's a time jump. So I had gone over to her place. And so now we're back. It is 2:39 p.m. I have already gone over to their place and seen and had taken the wedding photos and helped them get their house set up and all of that. And now we are back. We're just finishing up some chores here. And we are about to actually go into labor, it looks like. Cora is definitely in her 3rd trimester now. Because she was going to be going into her 3rd trimester in 6 hours. So she is definitely in her 3rd trimester now. So, yeah. Oh, nope. 3rd trimester in 4 hours, it says. Oh, she's just carrying this baby forever. So all of the daily chores are done, and they've decided they're just going to come on upstairs. I did do a little bit of rearranging. This room is now a game room, and so as you can see, it's got 2 desks here, a toy box, and the chess table. So I did rearrange it. I took the bunk beds out because there's no need for all these bunk beds. But So they are just going to have some time to, you know, spend having a little bit of family time up here, playing a little game of chess together, Rose and Cora, and just spending some time together before she does go into labor. And as you can see, Frederick has decided to go ahead and come up and join the girls. And I think Liam actually comes up and joins us as well. Although he's in a very foul mood, he's not in a good way. But we're going to have some family time up here in the family room. And yeah, he's enraged. Like, he's just not a happy guy. He's got the shortest temper ever. I don't know what his deal is. Why is he so mad? He was happy because he helped and the house was cleaned, but now he's mad. Liam, you need to calm down. Rose is like, hey Liam, why are you in such a bad mood? And Frederick's like, you need to calm down, son. We're not doing chores anymore. It's not any time for you to be upset. We're all just spending a little bit of quality time together before Mom has the baby. And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm leaving. I'm going back downstairs to listen to some music. Okay, son, if that's what you want to do. I did all my chores, now I want to do... Really? We're playing family time. He's like, I'm dancing to the music. I'm telling you, that's all he does. That makes him happy, though. So if it makes him happy, I'm going to let him. He's going to have some cake. Music and cake. There's like the good things that make his soul happy. I ain't arguing with it. Oh, God. Quit slamming things, though, Liam. That can't be tolerated. Children do not act that way in the O'Hara house. Okay? They just don't act that way. Well, that cake made him... Nope, I lied. I was going to say that cake made him happy, but... Alright, we're going to get him to go in here and listen to some classical music. That always seems to help him, so we'll get him to wind down with a little bit of classical music, and hopefully that will help his mood, because he is in a seriously bad place, mentally. Look. I just want you to get in a good mood, son. Look, tap your foot, do a little jig. You'll be fine. Honest. You will be fine.
Yibs.
Oh, and lo and behold, it looks like we've got some company come over. Let's come on and invite our daughter in. If you're coming over here to tell us you're getting married too, that might just send her into labor, because we done married off one of them unexpectedly. I'm kind of turned on right now. What about you? Are you freaking joking right now? Are they serious? Oh my God. Okay. They're going to go have some alone time. We have a daughter that's come over to visit. I'm just going to fast forward through this real quick. Alright, and now it looks like Cora is trying to get herself something to eat. Oh, she's gonna make some food, which is even better for us. She's hungry, so she's making supper. We love to see that. And then, what about you, Frederick? Are you gonna talk to Annabelle and find out why she's come by? No? Okay. He's like, Annabelle, well, I wasn't expecting you this evening. She's like, did you hear about Matilda? I cannot believe it, but that girl moved into the finishing school, met some boy, and just hitched herself right up and left as soon as she got there. Did you know that Helen and Merida are just too fit to... Whatever. Or they've been there for like
Banaza.
several years. They've been there a long time. She's not been there long enough. She found herself somebody really quick, and they found themselves no one. They're not happy. Anyway, let's just say that the sisters are quarreling over this. And I can understand that. Like, the youngest of the two sets of twins was the first to get married, and that was not to be expected. I know the parents were quite shocked. So tell me, what about the rest of you? Any suitors lined up? Anything at all? Like, anything? Mom, I don't want to talk about it. It doesn't look good. I mean, I do have my eye on someone, but I don't know. Honestly, to be completely honest, I think he might have actually had his eye on Matilda as well, but she's turned him away for this Mr. Ishida man. So, I don't know. At first, I thought he had his eye on me. I thought he was keen for me, but then, as soon as he saw her, I just don't know, Mom. I have to go. So, as you can see, it is very, very uncertain how our girls are doing at finishing school. Why did you just throw that in the floor? Let's get this all cleaned up now. Alright, so it is late and everyone does need to go to bed, so I'm just going to go ahead and make sure everyone gets themselves into bed, and I will catch back with you guys in the morning. Bloody Liam and his messes. Morning. And Liam is just really upset because the grass is in disarray. And to be completely honest, it really is. Like, we woke up this morning to like a bloody jungle. So I'm actually going to have him go out and start plucking some of this grass. With this mod, you can get a lawnmower, but it's a push mower. And honestly, it's not time period appropriate. So he's going to have to pick all of this by hand. Cora was at the doctor and she's just returned. So, I mean, the children can't help weed. So Cora's going to have to help. But she's like about to burst, pregnant-wise. But her and Frederick are going to tackle the grass because everyone in the family is highly embarrassed about the grass. So we're going to tackle the grass and try to get some of this grass overgrowth taken care of. Alright, so Cora has come on outside and she is helping pluck some of this. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of weeds. A lot of, well, it's not even weeds. It's just overgrown grass. Like, look at how much there is. It's just a lot. It's a whole lot. She's like, honey, I got to take a break from the grass pulling. I'm going to do a little bit of laundry because, honestly, that's not going to stop either. So, you finish the grass. I'll do a little bit of laundry. He's like, okay, honey, but just don't overwork yourself because, you know, you do have a baby in you. And she's like, well, honey, you don't think I know that? If anyone knows that, I know that. Like, I'm as big as a barn. He's like, I think you're beautiful. And she's like, I'm a beautiful barn then, but I'm a barn nonetheless. Alright. Poor thing. Super cool app. Or mod. Not cool when you let it get out of control. Unless you want your house to look like a jungle. And then, well, okay. But your Sims don't like it when your house is surrounded by grass that looks like that. They really don't. She's like, okay, after all that, I need cake. Okay, so it does look like $1,000 was taken out of the total that we had and went towards the loan amount that we owed. So that's good. Speaking of that, though, we're in labor. So, can we go have these babies? All right, here we go, people. We are in labor. Also, there are 2 cribs because I was worried we were going to have twins. And for the record, because of the floor, we are actually having twins. So, yay. Okay, so we're having twins. At least twins. Please, only twins, not triplets. Please, not triplets. Twins, it's a boy. Okay, let's go to our wheel and give our name spin a spin. Our first baby's name is Emery. And it's another boy. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's spin again. And Franklin. Alright, well there you have it. We have twin boys named Emery and Franklin. I am going to go ahead and leave this episode there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out. I really appreciate all the feedback as well. I'll see you guys in the next one, but until then, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, y'all. We have twin boys. I'll take it. Look how cute they are, guys. Emery and Franklin. Bye, y'all.